Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. My mic was switched off. How bizarre is that? Right. Just doing the social medias, as one does. Take but a moment. I don't know how big a deal it makes, but when I don't do it, I get moaned at. So I guess doing it is the way to proceed, I guess. There we go. We're live! Live is a live thing. Switch stream to... There we go. Right, okay. Now then, I don't have composites on this character yet. Although I could certainly cast them. I don't have the credits for them. I did buy some implants and such, so... Maybe it's time for more. That's me using my mouse somewhere else. On another screen. There we go. Right, let's go to the live screen. There we are. Helgear, welcome to the stream. Wow, I really zoomed out there, didn't I? More money missions is what we need right now. Credits. Okay. Further away, the better. Oh, that's quite far away. How big's the reward on that? 8,000. Okay, that's worth a shout. Did I? I did. Upload to map. Okay. What UI are you using for HP and Nano? These, they move. Anyway, you can do that with the vanilla engine. I just happen to use Note and Dovetape GUI, but you could do this without that. These move. All those little 3 bars up there. Whee! Put them wherever you want and log and camp out. And they stay wherever you want. I have them at the center of the screen. Yeah, the UI is actually, for a 2001 game, it's really quite customizable. If I open dialogue with an NPC, that's a good way to get them nicely aligned, which you can do on Noob Island when you first start. You walk up to the first NPC, open chat, and I line them up with that. See how they're as lined up as I care for them to be lined up. So the first NPC you meet on Noob Island is Brandon something. And then I grab them, drag them over here, put out all the chat, everything kind of as I like it, and then literally /camp. It's the way the game remembers UI changes. You have to go back to the login screen and then just log straight back in, and it remembers where you left things. In theory, not always. Sometimes it doesn't do it, but that's just the 2001 game. Zenton Sion reached a 10 stream streak. Thank you very much. Welcome on in. Ungoliathin. What? Ungolin the. Golan? No. Golin? I don't know how to say that. I clearly don't know how to say that. And I want to renew that one. Well, that really is quite far. It's next to a level 30 diner camp. Right, okay. We've got a fair way to go. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. What class am I running this time? Keeper, Advi, and Shade. Again. Depending on how long we're up for. Yeah, no wonder it's that much XP. Oh, you know what? I'd be quicker going from the other Wumpa, wouldn't I? Dirt. Forgot that's in this game. On this version of the game. Yeah, since the server changes, yes, we had the warping back to Newland when entering missions, which was a bit of a bug out. But the stuff they've done that accidentally caused that bug also makes the lag a lot better. Oh, and that's working now. That's cool. You see how I was without the casted vehicle when I logged in. Right, there we go. That would happen and you would just stay like that. But now that seems to have been fixed as well. Another little behind the scenes fix. Been trying to run a solo fixer, having fun, but some buffs are really painful to find. They can be, yeah. I mean, grid armor, certainly. That's very, very hard to get. First one's quite easy. But, yeah. Is this the private server? It is. Private but open. You know. No memberships, no nothing. Free to play on Project Rubi-ka. It's a preservation server. Or it's a preservation project with an emulator. So they've rebuilt the game from the ground up, essentially. And ultimately fixed a hell of a lot of bugs that never got fixed. Zyzon, welcome to the stream. Last fixer I made, I think, was on the 2019 server when that launched. It did quite well on them. But I got very lucky early on. I got a GA grid armor, and we went as a guild. And someone went, I'll be a trade skiller. You know, they just volunteered to do it. Plus had a main play character. Once they got that trade skiller up to 100, they'd wait until the other character caught up. So they did quite well. It meant I got GA armor very early, which meant I could blitz missions fairly easily. I meant from other players like Feline Grace. Well, the server's been up a week, so you know you're gonna be waiting around for buffs off people because they haven't got them yet. You know, there is a certain amount of that involved as well. Can't give you what they haven't got, so to speak. Play a fixer on live. I've got two on live. I've got a Frube GA4 fixer and I've got a paid 220 Shadow Web and Armor fixer as well. They are a fun class to play. Yeah, getting GA4 discs is, yeah, you got to kill the right diner and pray to the RNG gods. found one in a team mission, another in biome. That's pretty good going. Right, I need to get in here without aggroing the dino boss. That'll be fun, won't it? What have I just... I just cancelled the wrong buff, but okay. The GA4 disc. In biome. You wouldn't get a GA4, you get a GA1 in biome. There's nothing high enough level to drop it, in theory. You get a GA1, which is a quality 60 thing. I think this is us. Grey Cave. Well, this is only a level 17 character. We're not going to do anything spectacular anytime soon. Uh-oh. Could definitely do with a better weapon, though. That'll have to come later. Apparently I can't hit this dude, apparently, but he can hit me. Okay. Ah, there we go. Had to get him away from where he was standing, because for some reason it decided I couldn't hit him. It would help if I had general buffs, but I haven't bought any for this character yet. I could have logged the other character and done them, which I thought of just as I was getting to the mission, but there's no way I'm running another character all the way out here. Etc. Nothing else down here, okay. Everyday idiot, welcome to the stream. Story of AO, isn't it? Always waiting for a better weapon. I need to go and grab gamma ejectors, beta ejector. Yeah, on this server you combine a gamma and a beta and get an improved weapon. There's like good in-between weapons for characters. So you get Fearforged blades, say, on a shade. But then in biome, mobs drop scalpels, which will hold you over until you get sort of nippies and things like that. Don't have 782 SMG. Well, no, but... I'm doing spec 1 for shade. Yeah, your faction is counted as 50k on this server, in case you didn't know. So if you're trying to pull unred, spec 1 you don't need to kill unred, you just kill the little birds, they drop it. No fusion ejector for the moment. Yeah, it'll come, it'll come. Shade feels relatively cheap to play on this server, because you get 100% drop rate on Spirit Siphon instead of whatever it is on live. So you don't always get the spirit you want, but you get spirits. So you're not having, you know, like whereas every other class you've got to go buy implants and such. I remember when the meta was Mannix Decembers. Yes. Yes, it was. All the soldiers had the, was it Steps of Madness weapon that upgraded? Or a Div 9 was the other meta for a very long time, in fact. Yep, every time I log in, the game's a little bit better. Oh, I found the thingy. Now, I want to get XP reward as well, even though I won't get that much. Music audio has stopped, so I'm going to do that, and I should get the music audio back. That's something the game's done since day one, if you didn't know. Implant. Don't need, but we can sell it. There you go. Bum, 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 dun. Diddle-dun. When I should start working out on multi-range. Not used to that option as a fixer. Really? Do you even Blackbirds and Envy, my dude? Yeah, once you're through Perennium weapons, yeah, the multi becomes a thing. I mean, that's another option. You could go Perennium. Quit AO when SL released. Well, it's part of this game, so. The Perennium weapon just puts all the generic RK weapons. Yeah, it massively out. It's just massively better. And I'm sure part of the decision for that was make people buy the expansion, you know. Doing Shadowlands stuff for the first time. Nice. Was there no other doors off from here? Ooh, there's a skull. I'd implant to sell. That's the mission target. We're trying to get 100% in the mission because, I mean, at this level, they ain't that big. It just does not seem to be anything else in here to kill. Nope. Well, unless I missed a room somewhere. And I don't think I did. I think this is it. Right, okay. Token. Yay! 10 tokens. Yeah, Shades can't use token boards on this server. And the get me out of here button, which is nice in some missions. Right, we could go all the way back. Or we could try... Stuck. Message redacted. Okay. I'm going to give myself a buff here. So I'm very quickly going to log a second character that has them. Ultimately, I will get the nanos on the same character. Give me a second. Hopefully this will work. the SLL bloody error. Can I not get past it? I've teleported. Come on. That's fucking annoying. Come on. I know they needed to do it, but... Right. Okay, well, we're not logging that account. That's great. Well, we got 20k now. Let's go and buy one of the nanos we need. The true RK experience. Why will it always do this? Okay. Generic. Right, composite, melee expertise. Can I get both? Can I get the other one? Let's just buy this one for now. Yay, there we go. I'm sure that was the right password for it. Let me just... Yeah, I'm sure that was it. No, it wouldn't be any of those. Yep, can't log the shade in anyway, even if I try to. My dude is using what there? Adby is using the temple blades. Okay, so we now got a better attack rating. Right, let's go again with more creds. Get one where it's easier to decide what you're getting. Or when you're handing it. There we go. 8,000 creds and a shotgun. Accept. Once had a mission with 2 mobs in it. I believe that is actually possible. Yeah. I knew you were streaming because I saw you in Newland. Okay. Such a small world on this server. Kind of is, yeah. It's like, you are known. Let's have a look. This one, no, this one's a bit nearer. This one's nearer. We can use the, what I refer to as the side gate, but it isn't a side gate. It's our gate. And it's not over there. Yeah, if you go to Shadowlands, everyday idiot, the nascence area, you find the little orange birds. They drop all the book parts. So you can do that. To get Spec 1. It's quite painless. I can't show you the map of where because I'm on Rubi-ka and you can't use a what's-it map. You can't use you can't open a Shadowlands map while you're on Rubi-ka. Yeah, it's if you come off the bridge, it's on the left-hand side, tucked away nicely. We're not even out of, God. Yeah, I mean, we can still go back to the subway on this character, because they're only like level 17. Right, here's the hole in the ground we need. What are we getting? Oh, we got the laboratory one with doggos. Snake Eater, bro, I found you by chance. I know this is an emulator, but man, I haven't played this since 2004 and I'm having flashbacks. Oh yeah, yeah. This is closer to that experience than the live server. Live server I put on the colonist bundle armor, a bunch of other stuff I can get from the veteran store, max tokens for that level, every outside buff on the planet, and go, you know? Plus daily missions. I'd go from level 1 to level 50 in a single stream without breaking a sweat. Speaking of breaking a sweat, I'm going to get another cold beer, because reasons. Right, here we go. Yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel, seeing as you're watching on YouTube, you will find a little bit of AO content there. Yeah, not a lot. It's, you know, maybe the odd 2,000 odd videos. Ah, cold beer. I hate you, game, making me kill doggos. I mean, the quick way of doing these is find the target for the mission, ignore the mobs, and you still get the cash. You don't get the XP reward, but you do get the cash. Oh, it's going to keep making me kill doggos. I might blitz this because I don't like killing dog mobs. Canine mobs, I prefer not to hurt them. Big dog lover here, so... Yeah, I think I will. I don't want to do a whole mission feeling horrible because I've hurt doggos. I know. Call me a wet blanket. Or whatever. Ooh. But yeah, I think I'm going to go full death and look for the mission target. Don't make me do it. Don't make me hurt the doggos. Damn, 2 chests in that room as well. Lore-wise, how is Rubi-ka Anarchy Shadowlands? It's not. They tried to make it make sense with Lost Eden, Legacy of the Zan, but it doesn't work. Open the door. Let me in. Where's the machine? Where's the machine? There's the machine. I got the cash. Shadowlands feels like a different planet. It does. It feels like an entirely different game, and a lot of people felt that when it released and didn't like it. And I 100% get that, because I was not a fan. I mean, in a sense, Shadowlands is a different planet. It's like the alternate universe planet or some weirdness. Originally quit when SL came out. Yeah, Alien Invasion was a good hit because it made sense for the game or the lore of the game or whatever you want to say. Hello, I'd like to leave now. Uh-oh. I've still got fight music. Love Deo base game. Yeah, I mean, it's better now. Shadowlands is more on live, is better than it is probably in any other version of the game, but because they've made it more like Rubika than anywhere else, you know. Okay, this ain't good. Dear dear. Are we still there, even? Not even sure we are. Have we crashed? SLL bullshit. Yeah, whatever. Game still thinks I'm there. Yeah, but I'm not there. You see, because I've just logged in again. Okay, that was an interesting trick. Right, how are we fixing this? Ooh, no. It's still showing one client. Well, that's fun. The other screen is still running, and I can't escape out of it. And when I go to Task Manager, there's only one of us. Where's Task Manager? There we go. Ha! Ah, another instance there. That one's using nothing, so let's end task on that. I've still got the... No? Oh, it crashed the other one. Oh, well, okay, so... well, I'm going to have to crash all of them, I think. No, it says no. It says no, you cannot crash out a game. You will still have this screen. Oh my god. Okay. help. Right, okay, so hard crash out. God knows where we're at now. Yeah, that was like... Live, that would be slightly easier to fix. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, the thing I heard was Shadowlands was actually developed as an entirely separate game. And then was co-opted to be an expansion for Anarchy Online. And to be quite honest with you, I think if it had launched as its own game, it would have found its own audience. But it didn't really do as well with the Anarchy Online crowd as maybe they thought it would. It was largely rejected by the Anarchy Online player base. They were like, no, I don't like it. This is I want a science fiction game. I signed up for a science fiction game. What's this fantasy shit? You know, they just didn't like it. And you can't make a person like something. They do or they don't. That's just how it is. Hazium Prime. Yeah, you found Howl, and he's not invisible in this version, but he is there. He's a big spider mob. He's the highest level mob in all of Nascence, and yeah, he will kill you. Someone thought I trained that mob on them once because they just don't know the game, and they certainly don't know Shadowlands, and they were convinced my being there had made him walk the way he walked. I was like, no, dude, that's wow. He will just come and kill you, and he walks around, and you need to be aware of him. Right, one more, one of these. Oh, it's sending me to Borealis. Okay. I'm gonna blitz again for the creds. So we're not getting a lot of XP for these. But you want run speed? No, because we've now got the intestine mission. So I'm going to kill all the mobs. The big bad spider of doom, he is. Little social event going on. Really? Okay. Alright, let me kill this guy. Photo shoot Newland, does it? Well, you're all on camera anyway. Yeah. Celebrating 300 players. Wow. That's pretty cool. I've got to say, that's pretty cool. Might be a while getting there because I just got rooted. No! Let me move. Thank you. Right, let's come out of the Empire Strikes Back guy. If you don't remember, if you've not seen Empire Strikes Back, sorry for the spoilers. But yeah, they hide in a meteor cloud, and yeah, basically that happens. Oh, if I'm going to be here, I'll be here on my advert then. If I can log them in. He's only like level 9, but he is in Newland. The original Star Wars for me is the best Star Wars movie. I don't know why. I have no argument. I just like it more than all the others. Empire thematically is better. I don't want to be too far forward, do I? There you go. Let me re-enable the other one. I think. Yeah, that's it. I normally have that off since I was injured. Because I randomly clicked the left mouse without realizing. They hidden, yeah, they were allowed to get away, as Leia says. I suppose the biggest argument for why Empire is the best movie, the best dialogue of all the movies. I love you. I know. Perfect Han Solo. Perfect. That summed the character up completely. Oh, you kill him. Don't worry about him. Shadow UK crashed. Well, yeah. Got him down to 4, but I'll just come and kill him on one of my characters. All of them can kill him. All of them. Every single one of my 220s can kill him. So, yeah. My Atrox Shade, my Atrox NT, my Soldier, my Keepers, you know, all of them can kill that guy. I know the one you mean, and yeah, they can all manage him. Just pull him clean and dig in. I mean, my high soldiers still using SMG MVs. It's like the picture at the end of The Shining, yeah. A little bit, yeah. I haven't even uploaded all the starter nanos yet on this guy. I may even do my own screenshot. In fact, I think I will. $330 players. Jeebus. Believers. F5. Stand up. Please stand up. Crashed just as you took that. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. Just found an enhanced senses graft. Hey! Grats. Yeah, they give away one shirt. Unfortunately, everyone else will ask for one. I'm surprised that 28 kilobytes of server space left isn't at DEFCON 1 right now. Oh no, that house is on fire. Almost certainly. Mad Cow is, no, don't spam me with trade. Yeah, don't spam trade, folks. It's a spawned item. It's like, you have one, you have one, you have one. It's like that, okay? That's how that works. Getting a beer. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Right. Try again. The scene reminds me of the old days of AO. Absolutely. Only left of Kalos. Oh, well, there you go. Social chest. Yay. Oh, maybe enable social tab, eh? Equipment window. Enable social tab. There we go. Actually, this is kind of me in real life. Oh, what? Wait, what? Someone was trading me there. That was Stevie L has followed. Thank you for the follow. We just did a big screen grab of a bunch of players. What are these? These are the pills, but what are they? You know me, I'll take anything. Oh, the 131 wrangle. Nice. Muddy Zen. What if I'm endgame today? What, on this server? I don't think there is a breed reset on this server. On live, there is, for sure. Rage Star, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, back to the Keeper. Actually, I'm going to go and see if I can get a shirt on the Keeper as well. What would be epic conquest, like everything breed specific gone? And so, what? Wait, what? Epic? Do you mean epic content? How'd you get shit? Run to Newland. Stand in front of GM. Look needy. That's my plan. I'm going to stand in front of Mad Cow. That's not the way, dude. That's just not the way. Don't hump the GM. Enable social tab, equipment window. Yeah, there we go. PRK, baby. Project Rubi-ka. Yes. If I didn't say it to you all, or you didn't feel it, when we did the picture, thank you everyone. Da, da, da. Oh, right, yeah, because that's going to go on the live server. I took a picture, but it's like a picture. That's the picture I took. I think. No, it isn't. Where's the one I took? Yeah, that's the one I took. Hang on. There you go. I don't know why it's widescreen. I don't play in widescreen. It should have looked better quality in that. I don't know why it doesn't. Right. Mission. We need another one. Right. Request mission. That's inside for 3,000 creds. Nah, come on. We can do better. Well out for 8,000 and inside for 4,000. Oh, Rhino cockpit for pickup object. What's the reward on that? 7,000. Wait, I was getting like 9,000 before, wasn't I? Excuse me. Let's roll again. Right, other side of the lake, 8,000 creds. Return to vendor. 9,000. 6,000. 8,000. 8,000 for pickup objects and that one. I'm going to go for that one. Activate object inside mission, because it's quite easy to sort of govern that one. I'm in that one. Yeah, well, you know. I think AO was the first MMO with cosmetic tabs. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. But you didn't have to pay for the cosmetics. I think they were the first game that allowed you to look a certain way, but wear whatever armor was necessary. You know, so if you had mismatched looking armor, you could socially wear a bunch of armor that looked the way you wanted to look. For no money whatsoever. Like, I really, on my keeper and my shade, I really like the tier 2 armor, or tier 1, I can't remember now. So socially, that's what they wear, but underneath that, yeah, they're wearing AI armor and whatever works best. Yeah, until, yeah, the, like, EA or whoever, you know, loot box company came along and went, oh, we could make money out of that. Let's make shareholder value, exponential growth, which is impossible. That's the biggest problem with the corporate structure of business. Is it's expected to make more money every year, growth on growth. You can't do that. You live on a finite planet with finite resources and a limited number of people. So you can't. Eventually you end up having to make people pay more for less. That's where that ends up. A finite universe. Yeah, exactly. It don't work. Can I get these mobs to aggro? This floor is a bit weird. The market is the market is the market. Okay? So, there's only so much room in any given market. You can, dude, hence debt. Yeah, but debt is just a crutch holding up a system that can't work. The end game for that is everyone being in indentured servitude. I do not want that for anyone. That's slavery by the back door. Eventually, it reaches the point where the only way corporations can increase profits is for everyone to be born in debt. How the fuck is that fair? It's control. Yeah, but it's not deliberate control. Right, I can't hit this fucking mob. Come on, come somewhere I can hit you. No, at the minute, I'm not hitting them at all, so... Right, now I can hit them. I don't know what that was about. People are predatory in nature. No, disagree. I'm not. I'm not predatory by nature. At all. Trying to sell the idea that the only way, you know, these... Having the same profit as last year isn't enough. It has to be more. And you can't do that. You're in a finite system. It can't keep increasing. That's just mathematically impossible. Bombay Sawadi. Guilt-ridden man opposite a predator. Well, that guilt and predatory behavior are not the same thing, essentially. But yeah. Yeah, it's a conglomeration of greed, yeah. I mean, the system breaks down and falls down sooner or later. It's like people thinking the Roman Empire fell. Well, no, it rebranded. Became the Catholic Church. The British Empire didn't fail. It became the banking system. Yeah, it's just rebranding. Oh, yeah, I mean, Catholicism will definitely push you towards guilt for everything. That's why OG clan members went to Rubi-ka. No, they were born there. They were the workers setting fire to the warehouses, going, no more. Yeah, I was raised the same way, and you can get past it. As soon as you start questioning it, as soon as you start using logic and reason, it all falls apart. Why do we always have to do an ass inspection when looting these mobs? I can't figure that out. Every time they fall over, you've got to loot their buttocks. Your fragments there. Yeah, I mean, you're taught to feel guilty for the sins of previous generations and whatnot. Yeah, but it's a control mechanism. We'll control how you feel and think because we can. Can I fight you? Can I hit you? No, I cannot. I have to move. This room is always really bugged. Out of range. Out of range. Okay. Let's get you over here instead. Nope, still can't fight you. How about in here? Never been to a US jail. No, and there's no way in hell I'd go to that country. Sorry. Asshole versus crack, you're gonna lose. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'd even visit the US. Not in this decade. Maybe in the early 2000s I would have gone. I wouldn't go today. No chance. Even before AI. Plagiarism engine. PE. It's not AI, it's PE. Has no actual intelligence whatsoever. It's one of the most misnamed marketing things I've ever heard. Called AI, but doesn't satisfy the description in any way, shape or form. Artificial, certainly. Intelligence, 100% not. We're here for the money. Am I? Yeah, I'm doing the book blender. There we go. So we're at 28k. We can get another nano. 90s were better. Yeah. Do you remember in The Matrix when they said the late 20th century was a human utopia that we never did better at. And when you watch the movie in the late 90s, you're going, of course it's going to get better. It didn't. Don't say AI. Of course it's not AI. It has the intelligence of an amoeba. Stimulus, response. Stimulus, response. That's all it does. Give it a prompt, it gives you an output. It has no inherent intelligence whatsoever. And the advice it gives out is grossly terrible most of the time. I mean, it's plagiarizing Reddit posts and quoting them as fact. I mean, you want to talk about passing on the wrong information? Oh my God, it's terrible. See, I trained as an electronics engineer. I was servicing TVs and stuff in the 80s. And you ask it questions about how to do something in relation to that. It's so massively wrong and dangerously wrong. It's terrifying. If people follow the bloody advice it gives, they're going to wind up killing themselves, you know? You ask it for medical advice, it's going to make you ill. It's the massively... yeah, but the reason corporations like it is they've been told, hey, you can replace wages with our product because our product can do what your workers can do. But it can't. Well, it can emulate what your workers do, but it's going to end up tying you up in lawsuits for years because your AI said do this and then they got hurt, and that's when the bubble will burst. Once people start taking it as gospel, like, oh, it's AI, it knows, and then figure out that the AI plagiarized some loonies post on Reddit and spread it as gospel, then the lawsuits start and AI will become a pariah for these companies. And they'll disavow their investment and promotion of it. But it'll be too late by then. Back in a minute. Learning levels are down across the board, yep. I am not lazy, I am efficient. Believing the wrong answer is not efficiency, it's idiocy. Right, the game has done a thing. I'm going to try, is it going to do the same again? Let's see. I can log back in, but... yeah, we're in the screen age. See, I'm Generation X. We were the audience. We were the generation that no one applauded. Mankind will always look for the easiest option. That is in our nature. That is efficient. But by doing so, if you constantly look up the wrong answer, then your efficiency is out the window, good sir. See, there's no shortcut to knowledge. You have to learn. Taking things at face value because the AI tells you to, wow, that's a quick way to get yourself killed. What? No, that wasn't derived from anything you said. But what I'm saying is, it may seem efficient to look up answers on the internet, but they're invariably completely wrong. Yeah, well, no, that wasn't about anything you said. No, I'm sorry you took it that way. That's not what that was. I'm sorry. I'm just, in general, if you do a Google search for something, you know yourself, the first 10 answers are adverts, and then there's an AI thing at the top, which is mashing up other people's opinions, not facts, opinions about the subject, and then delivering them to you as though that's the thing. What you want to do... oh, thank you very much. Someone's trading me things. I have very little inventory space. So, here's my version of Google. So, let's go. Do you need to discharge caps before working on a power board? Answer, yes, absolutely. Do you want to die? That's my answers. Get ready, electronical engineering, stack attack. Now, most people, when they use Google, will get this. Thankfully, it's saying yes, it doesn't want to get sued for killing people. Disconnect no, leave it in with the power switch off, at least in the UK, because the Earth and negative are still connected, and they will drain the caps for you over a period of time. Yeah, but all this, no. But I'm searching on this now. The reason why I dodge all that bullshit, I'll give it you now, and unfortunately that will probably mean Google will circumvent it, but I'll show you what I did. Because you've got to remember, I was here before the internet. I was here when the internet was invented. Right, so if you go into your browser of choice, go to your settings, you will see search engine. And you'll see these different ones. So I'm going to cancel out there. Now the one I'm using is called Fuck AI. And this is your search engine. So create a new search engine, give it a name. Mine is fuck AI. Shortcut's going to be at, it can be anything. You could put at big, what was the South Park thing? My salty chocolate balls. You can call it that if you want. But the URL needs to be that I've posted in there. And for the Twitch, same for you guys. Put that in there, save it, and then set it as your default search engine. Then when you open Google, you get, you know, the usual stuff. Yeah, you can call it anything you want, guys. I mean, free will, right? I'm all about free will. So let's go with... What action should my strings be on a Les Paul? Les Paul forum. Massive 500 post discussion about where action plays a part and the play style and how heavy-handed are you and yada yada yada. The Google one, which comes up under all, it gives you the factory specs, top answer, tries to make you click on things that generate ad revenue, and then gets to that. So there you go. Yeah, it's just, that's how the internet is today. Yeah, text reckon. Yeah, it will pull data. Yeah, the plagiarism engines, the PEs, they will pull data from everywhere. Companies sell them as AI. It's not AI. It's not official because the things that it steals from are real. But it represents them in a, you can't sue me, it's X% different enough that I'm not legally, you can't sue me for stealing your content, kind of a thing. Right. Got a 3 slot. Oh, that's a good one. 117. But we're not there yet. And I've got a ton of crap to sell, actually. Has the Flemage. Right. Good time party mixer. You're my man. I'm going to trade with you. Right. Okay. So what we got here? Phosphoration fixer. Don't need. Don't need. This thing... Don't need. Don't need. Don't need. I do want to save things like this, but there we go. That's a no drop. My wife's got a chest, a chest infection. I think I'm going to be the next one to get it. Whatever that is. Probably, no, it can't be sold. I think that's from a previous mission, maybe, or whatever. No drop unique. Yeah, right, so I'm now sold all the crap. So that's an extra 1k with... Alright. I've crashed again. The other thing's still running, but I mean, I'm on a 24-core processor. It doesn't care. Alright, there we go. Right, okay. Hollow without emotion. Yeah. There's plenty of that in the world. The artificial is computer generated. Technically fits. Intelligence absolutely does not fit. It's a plagiarism engine. It steals other people's work and changes it enough. You know how you can buy, right? You can go out, you can go to most music stores, bigger ones maybe, and you can buy one of these. you guys have seen a million of these, right? It's called a Gibson Les Paul. But if I start a company and I make one of these that looks too similar to this one, the shape, the curves, the dimensions, all of that, if it is too similar, I get sued. Because Gibson own it. They own that concept, okay? They didn't come up with it. Les Paul came up with it. But every company out there has what they call a single cut, which is a variation of that. But it is 10% distinct from that, right? And because it's 10% distinct, it's theirs, not Gibson's, and they can't be sued. Now, there's come up where some of the copies were so close that they got sued. Tokai, in the late 70s, early 80s, got sued by Gibson because they were making copies of that were so close and, let's face it, a little bit better. They were more stable on tuning and things because they adjusted a few measurements. Gibson sued the arse out of that company, out of Tokai. So Tokai changed the top of the headstock and mirrored it. So instead of the open book, it was the mirror image of that. Schecter did the same thing. The top of an LTD Les Paul, but it's an LTD single cut. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, know what I mean? The headstock angle is reduced, and the top of the headstock is a mirror image of Gibson's, and that keeps them out of the courts. Standing on the... Yeah, Gibson didn't invent that shit. Les Paul invented that, and Les Paul is a man to be massively admired. He invented multi-track recording. No album, music, anything you've heard since him sounds the same because of him. Because before him, when you recorded a big band, the big band all turned up. The whole band played the song at the same time. They had multiple microphones in a mixing desk. And what you got was what you got. Now, some people will argue, and I think it's fair, that that's more real and authentic. But in modern music, you can record one track at a time. You can record one part of a drum kit, and you can stack them all up together. It's called multi-tracking. And in the digital age, zero degradation of the original signal to get modern albums, you know. But it was Les Paul that came up with that, the magnetic pickup, and the design of the guitar. It was all him. That's why Gibson originally didn't call him a Gibson Les Paul. They called it a Les Paul guitar because he was popular. He's a very good guitar player as well. But they now own the patent or whatever, and that means if you want to make a single cut guitar that looks like that, it's got to be X% different or we're suing your ass. And that is all that the PEs are doing. Okay? They're stealing anybody else's information and making it at least that legally required percentage different to not get sued, so they can pass it off as their own thing. I'm almost 52 now, and I'm seeing Gen X extremis Seeing real life history happen is bizarre. Oh my god, is it ever? Do you remember when, like in the 90s, where, you know, computers were nerd things? They weren't cool at all. I mean, like, seriously uncool. Right, I'm going to go full death. I'm going to do another blitz. If I can. This room has cardboard. We got all at Amazon. I know where you keep your shit. Here's the thing. Where's my thing? There's the thing. I got XP and cash that time. Nice. Yeah, I've watched what is considered the consensus change 4 times. So I've watched how we thought about things in one decade versus the next. I gotta tell you, it's pretty scary how much it can change. You got a chesty thing. Yeah, Mrs. Kalos can't barely speak at the moment. It's in her larynx. I just had some congestion there that unfortunately you guys had to witness. Right, I'm going to do another one of them. Try again for the machine one, because it's easy to sort of be the boss of it. Okay. Ooh, Rhinoman Camp. 8k. Pick up object on floor for 8k. Just go order. More assassinations. We'll put order to chaos. Yeah, the difference of opinion. Yeah, my opinions really haven't changed that much. They really haven't. They've changed in the face of new information. But that's when you should be changing your opinion, when new information comes to light. Oh, 9,000. 7,000. I'm going to take that one that has the most money. Yeah, we've got to think back to Gen X. We grew up with public information films about how to survive a nuclear holocaust. And we all knew at the time, if you had any understanding of physics and, well, anything, that none of this information, you may survive the initial blast, but it was going to be fallout. The movie or the TV series every minute after that when it all breaks down. I crashed. Yeah, more and more people have been convinced Hitler was right lately. It's kind of crazy. Hitler was never right, by the way. He was always a nut job. But more and more people these days have no memory of speaking to people that lived through that era and the horror of it, you know? For them, it's just like, I don't know, like it's some kind of movie or something. It's weird how it doesn't feel like they treat it as though it's not reality. Yeah, we have the new nut jobs. We do. Well, no, social media has become a massive amplifier. It used to be when someone felt the way they do, when they voiced it in public, people went, You're nuts, mate. You can't treat people like that. That's ridiculous. No, that's not right. But with the anonymity of the internet, people feel like they can let loose their worst impulses and everything else on the rest of the world and feel good about it. Instead of feeling somewhat guilty about thinking like that, you know? Yeah, flat earthers, fuck's sake, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, people understood the world was a sphere, or it was a ball-shaped thing, or it looked like a peach, you know? Because it was blatantly obvious to any country that had any kind of hills and mountains in it. And then when they tried to test it and measure it the best they could, they went, yep, that checks out. You know. Next time you come across one of these flat earther nut jobs, ask them to explain the 24-hour day in either one of the the North or the South Pole. They can't. Their thing of it, their incredibly fragile cult mentality can't explain it because it doesn't work. The funniest flat earther videos are always the ones where they set up an actually scientific experiment and it falls flat on its arse because science backs up the truth. That's what science is. It's a search for the answer. It's constantly changing. It's always testing against previously held beliefs, etc., etc., etc. So when they do these, I've set up all these boards at the same height with the hole in them along this lake because water will always lie flat and they're all at the same height above the water. But the guy that's like a kilometre away can't see the light through the hole. Yeah, because we're curved, dude. I grew up in North Wales, which has many hills and mountains. It was blatantly obvious what shape the world was because you could see it. You just climbed to the top of the hill and you could see the curve. Now, maybe some people are less able to see straight lines or not. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that was just weird. You know, it would have been harder to hoax the moon landings than it would be to actually do it. A lot of people don't realise that, but that's true. Especially in the age it happened. What's this? Metal swimsuit. Ooh, I might have to titillate you all and put it on at some point. Is that my target? That's my target. Radar display thingamy. Another 9,000 cash. Gravity doesn't work in 2 dimensions. No, it doesn't. And it's kind of sad that they hold on to it. I saw a guy, he took a spirit level onto an airplane, like an airliner, and said, look, we're going over the edge, and yet it's still flat. And it was like, because you're parallel to the ground? It just couldn't get it. And I was like, oh my God. You know. Yeah, there's something very weird about that belief. Especially to me. I mean, I've only got to walk for 30 minutes to the top of a sufficiently high outcrop of rocks, and I can see the curvature of the Earth. It's there. It's plain as day, you know. Where I live, no one believes it because we can all see it. Real head chunker is space-time. Yes and no. I mean, first thing to understand is if you're a photon, the instant you're created to the moment you terminate against a object like matter or the retina of some being's eye, no time has passed because you are moving at the speed of light. So for you, you don't see the journey. If you're a photon, between when you emit from a star or whatever other source to the moment you decimate against, you know, the retina of someone's eye or wherever else, no time has passed. Everything else that is moving slower experiences reality differently. Time happens because we are moving slowly enough for it to happen. Someone asked me the other day, with a straight face, how a helicopter could fly on the spot without moving if the Earth rotation was real. Oh my God. They live among us. Well, space-time's not that hard, but it's not a complete model. It's a good working basis, but it's not enough. You know, we're going to make more discoveries, hopefully, where we can get a better explanation for the way things work. But as it stands right now, we don't know. I mean, people think the planets rotate around the sun and that it isn't all of the solar system moving through space in a complex spiral like a spring that's been stretched out. That's how it actually works. And most people's understanding of oh my God, Rhino cockpit, I haven't been there never. I'm going there because that's a spot. Yeah, energy does equal but EMC squared is incomplete. It's like, you know, when people say I before E, but don't repeat the rest of the rhyme, and that's why it looks stupid, because the rhyme tells you that in most cases it doesn't, or the customer is always right. Yet the rest of that quote by a businessman was except in matters of taste, you know, in matters of taste. In other words, if you work in a clothes store and someone tries on an outfit that looks like dog shit on them, you don't tell them that it doesn't look like them, it doesn't suit them. You just accept the fact that's what they want to buy. And yeah, that makes sense for a retail environment. But the customer is always right in matters of taste. That's the entire sentence. In fact, the first part of the sentence is in matters of taste. But, you know, human beings, we cherry pick, don't we? Because we go, oh, the customer's always right in matters of taste. And you are. I mean, you might look like dog shit in something, but if you like it, you like it. You know. Yeah, I mean, I before E is correct in 12 instances, but not in the other 139, I think, currently. It may be a bigger number by now, but it used to be about 139 instances where it's wrong. What's my opinion on Nutella? I'm not a big fan of chocolate, generally. Have no opinion other than not for me. If you like it, great. I don't. I don't like coffee, but I still spent nearly $1,000, if the conversion is correct, on a coffee machine for Mrs. Callos, because she does. It does everything. Like, you put the beans in after they've gassed off, it grinds them, and then you put them in the first thing and scrape off the excess, tamp it down, then it goes in the other thing, and the steam and whatever goes through, and it drips out into the cup. And then you get the milk in the steel jug, and you put the steamer and pour it all in, and it's all that. But they go, oh, smell this latest blend. I go, yep, smells of coffee. And I don't like coffee. I'm sorry. The blood covenant is thicker than the water of the whip. Yeah, that's it. It's if it rhymed, it's the Mandela effect, isn't it? That's what it is. If it rhymes and sounds singy, songy, and is easy to remember, people believe it's some sort of... Because of that, because it ticks those boxes, people are more willing to believe that it's gospel, inverted commas, than it actually is. I before E, except after C, except that only applies 12 times and not the other 100 and something times it doesn't, you know. Matters of taste thing has no evidence. Ah, but it does. Oh, what I was saying about it does. Oh, there's Wikipedia. There's the man that came up with it, Marshall Field. Snopes. I don't need to look at Snopes. I've read Snopes. The customer motto and slogan which exhorts service staff to give high priority to customer service. The advocated customer service complaints should be treated seriously so they don't feel hurt. Variations of the phrase, le client llamas tuyo. Customer is never wrong. American department store Marshall Field is sometimes credited with coining the phrase. But Snopes, what does Snopes say? Manage opinions. No. Could be here a while. No. 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 Confirm choices. Oh my God, what happened to Snopes? It looks like a massive clickbait site. Where's the thing you want me to read? Because it's just clickbait. Could pill add years to your dogs, but fly me to the truth. I'm sorry, where's the relevancy? Search bar. I'm not spending any longer on that clickbait. There you go. In the Boston Google. Before the internet, I knew about this. Okay. First recorded, the customer is never wrong, was recorded in 1908. Sometimes cited as the original term. Yeah, there's no such law or anything that says customer's opinion is always right. It's a sales thing. It doesn't matter if they need it or not. If they're willing to pay for it, you just agree with them. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, but Snopes can also cure my dog and make it live 6 years longer. It said so on the page. Oh my God, let's go back to the clickbait site. Customer is always right. Published January 1st, 2025. Could find no evidence in matters of taste, despite the, the photographs of the old newspaper print. Yeah. Apart from that. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Yeah, no. We couldn't find it, therefore it's wrong. Okay. Before the internet, my dude, we were discussing it. And before the internet, we knew about it. I think I'll just ignore all the shit. The customer is always right. If it was never said, why is it a phrase? It must have come from somewhere. You know, they did a thing on it on QI. Yeah, it is wrong. It was said, customer is always right in matters of taste. Or in matters of taste. No, matters of taste is the first half. They're looking for it as the secondary sentence, and that's why their research intern got 0 results, because it was always the first part of the search term. It was the first thing they said. It's in matters of taste, dude. That's actually a thing. Some guy said it. It became kind of like a meme is now. You know, the way we're going away from written words to memes. You know, you can respond to everything with a GIF and a meme rather than a sentence. We're back to hieroglyphics on that score. But yeah, there's no kind of law that surrounds it or anything else. And I you know, in 30 odd years of retail, I heard it a lot. I broke this thing. Therefore, I want a refund. Yeah, but you broke it. And you broke it by using it incorrectly. That's not down to us. Especially, you remember the compact flash cards? Do you remember those? They were like about as wide and long as a book of matches, but a bit smaller in depth. People bringing them back because they try to ram it in the wrong way round, like upside down, and then rammed it back in the other way, and it bent the 4 pins in the middle like that and didn't work. And they were like, oh, the customer is always right. I said, no, dude, you fucking rammed it in the wrong way round with force, broken it, turned it round, rammed it in the correct way, and broken it even more because you bent all the pins. Was it Compact Flash it was called? Oh, God, the amount of them that came back as faulty when there was nothing wrong with them. It was user error. Was it Compact Flash? Oh, God. Yeah, let me have a look. You know, the battle of memory cards. Early days of... let's go images this time. Yeah, these things. Do you remember them? Compact Flash, yeah. Pins bent. Yeah, this. Yeah, there you go. Doink. And then the reader, the pins would be like, because they were offset. Oh my God, the amount of those that came back. You know, it was... Your card reader is faulty. It doesn't work. Yeah, you've rammed the card in upside down, turned it over once the pins are halfway bent, and mashed them completely flat at the back of the bloody reader. Oh. Anyway, back in a minute. Whoosh. I've tried to heat them up first is the best advice I can give. Like, if you have a suitable environment and tools to do it with, but you need to get them up to like 150C, and you need the right tool to straighten them with. Yeah, the amount of readers I got back at one job, oh, it was unbelievable. It really was. And it was always the same. I did nothing wrong. Put it in upside down, and we go, okay, we'll send it off to the repair team. And every time it came back, the damage has been caused by ramming the compact flash card in the wrong way, and then ramming it in the correct way, but it's too late because you've already bent the pins. Now they're completely flat, and we can't we can't fix it. This is for like if you're American, this is a $5 item. We're not going to spend $20 fixing it for you, you know. Oh, someone answered. There we go. Yeah, I mean, when I managed, I was always like, this is what's happened. Well, I still want a refund. I'll give you an exchange and an education. You are not getting a refund. Well, I'll write to management. You can if you want. They'll back me up because facts are facts, my friend. I used to come here back in the day when these guys were red and you teamed up to kill them. Because they were too hard to kill solo, but they gave good XP. Oh God, I remember it. Teaming at Rhino Cockpit. It seemed so much bigger and scarier back then. It probably was as well. Yeah, I ran a couple of different stores, and it was always the same with that kind of thing. Like, oh, what have you done? You know, I had this known shoplifter come in. This is bizarre, right? So the Christmas stock comes in like, you know, September. If you've done retail, you know this. It's the norm. It's been on a boat from China since, I don't know, February or something. So anyway, it comes in and they got radio controlled everything. Helicopters, cars, whatever. It's all remote control. It's all dirt cheap, right? Lowest quality you can imagine. You know, imagine the lowest quality you can imagine. This was lower quality than that. So we had helicopters and stuff. And the instruction from head office was get everything out, get your team to play with it so they can sell it. You know, the team are like, oh, I can fly around the whole shop with this, and yeah, you know, and all that. But none of it is on the shelves yet, right? It's in the warehouse, and we're flying it around there and around the store and whatever. Okay, no biggie, all good. But then this guy comes in with a box. Now, the only reason he's got that box is he's gone to the loading bay at the back of the store, opened the dumpster and pulled the boxes out that we've just put in there from opening all these new lines for Christmas coming in. He then says, I haven't got a receipt, but I bought this last week, right? This is what he said. I bought this last week and it crashed into a pond. I want a refund. And I'm like, these are not on sale yet, sir. How did you acquire it? I bought it last week. I said they weren't in this country last week, sir. You know, I've got to be professional and polite, but also I'm laughing in his face. Like, I already know what you've done. So while we're arguing, I just do the finger and side eye to a member of staff who calls the police. Because he's known to the police as a shoplifter. And he's still arguing with me, and I'm going, we haven't sold any of these, sir. Without receipt, there's no way. Oh, I didn't buy it here. I bought in a store in the next place you have a store. And I was like, they're not on sale until December, sir. We have them in our warehouses. We've had 2 of them out here for testing purposes and staff training, and other than that, they don't exist. You know. Oh, this guy's like, no, I bought it, and I need a refund because it crashed in a pond. I said, well, you must still have the remote control then. No, I threw that in frustration. Oh my God. Anyway, the police turned up and we're like, hey, Johnny. They just arrested him on the spot. I said, he's been looting out of the out of the dumpster at the back, and he's trying to claim he owns an item he doesn't for refund purposes, and they just arrested him. It was hilarious. I don't know how I kept a straight face, if I'm honest. Because my thinking was like, you're going to go to jail for this, mate. I don't know how desperate your addiction is, but you're going to go to jail for this. You loomed over people. Oh, okay. Are you quite tall, are you? Well, you're not that tall, then. As tall as me. I mean, I've met some super tall people. I mean, my cousin is ridiculous. He's a foot taller than you or me. If you can imagine that. A guy who is literally 1 foot taller than either of us. He'll loom at... Are you not good with the keeping your distance from people you don't know? I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, I try, you know, when you're tall, you try and make yourself smaller. I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you're quite tall, you kind of feel your size, and you try to be sort of dainty and get around other people, gently, you know. Or you're invariably, yeah. I'm quite acrobatic, I would say. Or I thought I was until I fucking slipped my tendons on broken glass and discovered maybe I'm not that, that way inclined, actually, you know. It's my own fault. If I hadn't judo rolled out of it, which I did instinctively, I wouldn't have had a mark on me, I don't think. foolproof, yeah. Nothing is foolproof. The fools will find a way, my dude. Yeah, when I was young, I was considered like really tall. But in this day and age, no, not so much. I think I'm considered like not short or something, you know. Yeah, my cousin though, he's very skinny, but he's 7'2". I'm like the short ass in our family, you know, like extended cousins and whatnot. But he works in movies and stuff. He's played Alien and you know. But he's really, like, there is no door he does not have to duck underneath, you know? Every single door in his life, every car, he's got a duck to get in and out or whatever. But he is like, yeah, so my kind of bar for tall is him. Because there was a short time in our youth, because I'm older than him, where I was taller than him. But I haven't been taller than him since, I think I was 15 and he was 12. And he was taller than me at 12. And he's still taller than me now. But he's a seriously tall guy. He has like massive, massive hands and fingers. The rest of it I can't speak to, but it's probably true. I don't know. And his wife is tiny. She's like 5 foot nothing. And she lives in Peru. And he lives in Peru with her. They're married, they're happy, you know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. When I met her once, I said, oh, if you're coming to Wales, you know, drop by, say hi, you know, that kind of thing. Because we kind of lived together and worked together back in the university days or whatever. And he was all like, yeah, come and stay where we are, and blah, blah. It's a real good laugh. And yeah, I was like, okay, mate. And I turned up and like, it was, yeah. I didn't feel self-conscious about being quite tall when he was there, because next to him, I'm a short ass. You know, if a guy is like a whole foot taller than you, you do not feel tall anymore. It's mad. Peru has the smallest population. What, you mean in per capita or just not very tall people? Yay! Level 19. I don't know. I've never been there. Average height, yeah. And she's half East Asian. And would... I mean, I swear to God, I don't even think she's 5 foot. I don't know. I mean, hey, they love each other. It works. I'm happy for both of them. But I don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying? In average height, okay. I met her. She's gorgeous as well. Don't get me wrong. She's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I was like, really? This is who you've gone for? Okay. But she's absolutely lovely. She's a lovely person. Love is blind. Yep. Love is blind, or yep. That's it. I mean, it works between them. I would swear to God he's probably 2 foot taller than her. She's probably like 5'2", he's 7'2". But he is like ridiculously tall. But he's, you know, he went, well, what things have I got to offer? Because he's Gen X as well. And he's gone, well, I'm ridiculously tall. I'll work in movies and do stuff. And he's done it. And he's done really well out of it, to be honest with you. Makes more money than I do. Yeah, and they've been married, like 10 years now, I think. My thing is, he's my cousin. I love him. I supported him after his father died prematurely and all that. Helped him through a psychology degree and whatnot. And yeah, I love the guy to bits. You know, don't get me wrong. No heightism here, although I always feel like a short ass when I'm with him. But yeah, he's a super cool guy. He's been in a bunch of movies, and I'm not gonna tell you his name because you guys will go Google it and then go, "Oh, you're related to so and so," and I'm like, "Oh no." But I respect his privacy. But yeah, if you were to find out his name and look him up on IMBD or something, yeah, you'd find him. Guy playing the monster or alien in this particular Alien movie, yada yada yada. In these scenes, you know, yeah, he's there. Dad was 6'4", Mum was 4'11". Love finds a way. Or as the Irish say, we're all the same height lying down. Yeah, I mean, if people love each other, they figure it out. Just let them get on with it, you know? That's what I say. Right, what am I doing in here anyway? Mission assignment. Do I need I think I need a machine of some description. I am at... Oh, what am I at? Scroll. 100%. Right, I think I've killed everything I need to kill. I need to find... Yep, that's the... Oh. That's the exit. Well done. So, shouldn't the doohickey be near the end of the mission? My mum was Okinawa. English, Scottish, yeah. There's a lot of big dudes in Britain. You got to remember, Darth Vader was British. Yes, he was. Well, he's the actor that played him, not James Earl Jones. But yeah. This looks like the most likely room, but I don't know what I meant to... Nothing is clickable in here. Or here. Ooh, locked. Not locked. Oh, I did open that, but it wasn't anything I wanted. Yeah, he was the Green Cross code man, Peter Purvis. Was that his name? I think it was. He was only like 6'5" or something, which by today's money is, you know, apparently Not that big. But back in the day, yeah, no, my cousin's like more like the guy who played Chewbacca. He's enormous. Oh dear, where's the mission finished thing? Peter Purvis was Blue Peter. Yeah, I think you're right. Gamble 11111, welcome to the stream. And in early Doctor Who. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Ah, there's my machine. Wow. 914 XP, but 5k cash. Okay. Oh yeah, if I posted pictures of his wedding day that he sent me, and we couldn't go because it's fucking Peru, mate. I can't just fly out on a whim. It's like guest, my cousin, guest. Like the entire thing is ridiculous. But hey, they love each other. They're happy together. I don't care about anything other than that. She treats him well. He treats her well. They have life together. It's great, you know? Right, let's sell all the crap we don't want. Right, number 1. Wow, the shop is vicious. Sell everything because we need the creds. We don't have a, you know, we haven't got a big main that can like go, oh, I'll just transfer X amount of creds over to my alt. Can't do that here. Gotta make your own money. I think that's mostly it. Oh yeah, I'm not. Hunger slam, no use to me. Selling it. That'll do. Yay, XP for the win. Have you seen the AO Reloaded project? Yeah, they did a great job with... if it's the same one I'm thinking of, you know, the attack bars up on the top left have always been utterly immovable. You may not touch them. Yeah, so they made a modification where you can pull them to the middle, resize them, and everything else. I said, dude, if you make the GUI resizable, you will be the hero of this game, basically. Yeah, if it's the same one I'm thinking of, yeah, that's really impressive. Because Funcom could never do it, you know? You found your machine at around 50% token chance. I know. I don't care. Good enough for me. I'm nearly level 20, which will be another perk in Aura of Revival, I think. Oh no, gotta get to 30 for that. Okay. Yeah, but that's one of the best perks to spend into early doors with the Keeper, because honest to God, your survivability is the key, essentially. Right. Okay. Is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online? I gotta get up and drive all the way to a physio place. Different hospital from the region I'm in to get the best care, etc. Right, so let's have a look. So I gotta go. Like, who's... Yeah, whatever. Newland City Waste Mat. Who's this? I don't know, but it has pizza. Jambinos. I think I've seen that name before. But they look like they're on the live server. Are they speaking on the stream? Oh, yeah, I can't. I just can't. I can't go raid someone that's only doing that. It's like you've been listening to me. We've been having discussion after discussion and dumping you all on a channel that is playing music at you. It doesn't feel right. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go bugger off. Tomorrow I've got to drive to physiotherapy and get back. Mrs. Carlos 2 is off, so I may be tempted into yet another drunken stream where we do more of this. So until then, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the resubs. I will see you in the next one, most likely tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Until then, bye for now.